I was kind of that floater, you know? I was one of those people in school, everybody just kind of wanted to know because everybody wanted to know me, I wanted to know everybody. So as soon as somebody saw that I knew a friend of theirs, they wanted to know me. So I was in with the jocks, I was in with the pit kids, I was in with the preppy kids, I knew some band kids. Like, I was kind of floating around. I was actually born in Africa. So, you know, the environment and just the whole aspect of how everything's structured here is so much more healthier for, you know, me and my family. But the worst aspect of my life would have been leaving my mom back in Africa to come here. You know, it's very hard growing up with one parent. It's kind of fucked up because as a kid, you don't really realize how much you're missing out when you don't have one parent. But as you grow up and you see other people experiencing or having experiences with their parents and with their mothers, it's kind of weird looking at it on a third-party perspective, like, wow, this is like a normal thing. But, you know, I never actually even knew that people got this type of privilege. It was a very depressing point in my life. It was kind of a tip in the sense of like my personality. Went from a very nice, happy, care-lucky person to very isolated and withdrawn. I would slack off on a lot of aspects of my life, relationship with people, relationship with family, school, and I would just kind of keep to myself. And whenever I would ask myself, you know, kind of like, why are you doing this? It's just like, you know, you didn't get the proper upbringing you could have. You're kind of fucked up. Nobody knows how to deal with you or handle you, so you gotta go through life with your own mindset by yourself because you didn't really have anybody through life. You know, dad growing up, mom not being in the picture. But I have known a lot of people throughout my life, and I could have had wonderful connections with them, and I have, but I felt like it's kind of venom in my personality, you know, just constantly having to deal with or battle through this, because I'm an overthinker. So I constantly am regurgitating information over and over and over again to myself. I think by overcoming the distance that I had with my mother and realizing that it was just a thing of circumstance, that, you know, I could push through that and not have to let that define myself. Because I did let it for a while, but you need people through life, especially your fucking parents. Like, realize how important your mom and your dad are in your life. It's hard to put in words because it comes from like, just comes from a really emotional place, you know? You versus the entire world. You've always been like that, isolated, so you just don't want to have any connection anymore, but you have to, because it's not healthy to feel like you have to fight something all by yourself and feel like you're constantly against the world and against yourself at the same time, because then who do you have? Try and get out of your comfort zone, even if your comfort zone is, you know, being home alone, doing nothing but smoking weed and thinking about all the fucking bullshit that you've went through in your life. But as soon as you realize that you're doing that and that's the type of fucking rut you're in, all you can look towards to is up. Like, straight up. All you can look to is getting out of your situation, you know, making sure you're doing what you weren't doing before so shit doesn't get back to the same state.
I've had enough of the demons that pester me constantly. They're clawing and hollering, haunting me. It's common knowledge, I form a camaraderie. Man, I've balled up my fists and I've cracked them on brick walls just to calm the persistent and treacherous waves of emotion. So much is unspoken, I've chosen to drown out the noise with my pencil, the pills and the potions. A lot has been said, so much is unspoken. I've tried to surrender and give my devotion. Too much has been said, now the knot is unfolding. You put up a front and I fell in, not knowing the lines were misread. The cloak they controlling, gon' pull on your strings till your puppet is broken. I tried and regret ever coming close. At the end of the day, though, I miss your ghost. That bridge was so rickety, I should've sensed like a trickery. Your lies and your fucking bewitchery gave way to limitless voice to my misery. It's such a struggle to quell the artillery. I'm trying to save my dignity and keep stability, but fuck the sympathy, I wish you misery.
I keep writing letters to myself and I put them in the mail. I forget to write the address, so it comes back to myself, and now I